Hello everyone. So in this episode of Nuovo Italiano, a course for Italian language of livello A1, level A1, we are dealing with our unit number 2, lezione 2, gli altri. Today we will talk about pronouns in Italian. Obviously, a few of the pronouns we had already covered. Now it's time to consolidate them. And then after we will talk about the conjugation of verbs, of first category of verbs, that is are. Okay. So here we have the first pronoun, io is I, tu is you, informal, lui, he, lei, she, lei with L capital is you, formal, okay, both plural and singolare plurale. Singolare, then noi, we, voi, would be you, plural. You, plural, okay, and it is informal. Loro, they for all genders. So based on these pronouns, we will talk about, we will see, yeah, one very important point here is in Italian, before talking about the conjugation of verb, is that pronouns are often dropped in Italian, and conjugation of the verb serves the purpose. Okay, so and now we have to talk about the conjugation of the verb. So here we have the first category called as category 1. And these are verbs. These are verbs, like these are the verbs, they end in are. Like we have parlare is to speak. Then we have stare. Stare is to be, to stay. Stare has a lot of meanings actually, yeah. So parlare, stare, and it's like to be, to stay, to remain, etc. Then we have the verb lavorare. Lavorare is to work. Fare is to make or to do something. Then also we have the verb abitare. Okay, that is to dwell. To dwell somewhere, to live somewhere. Okay. Let's see how the conjugation unfolds itself. So the conjugation of verb, it requires conjugation, you can write. First, what we will do, we'll try to find out verb root, remove are. Second, add following endings to the verb root with your O to E with Louis, lay, and lay capital. We have the ending A. Noi, we had the ending Yamo. Voi, we have the ending Ate. Loro, we have the ending Ano. Okay, so these are the verb endings. So let's conjugate our very first verb, parlare. Parlare means to speak. So you speak a certain language. So what would be the verb root here? Parle. Okay, we remove are. Now at the ending, parlo, parli, parla, parliamo, parlate, parlano. Okay. So let me do one thing. So the verb parlare we basically use with languages. So obviously if you speak a certain language or not, so for that we will use this verb parlare. Okay. So let us also enumerate some languages and how they are called in Italian, what they are called in Italian. Okay. I'm actually not following the sequence. Okay. So, a few languages. Lingue is languages. L'Italiano. Languages are often, they are masculine. L'Italiano, obviously Italian. L'inglese. Il francese, il greco is Greek, francese is French, inglese, English, l'italiano is Italian. Il tedesco is German. L'arabo, Arabic. L'olandese is the Dutch language. Il russo, Russian. Lo spagnolo, Spanish. Il portoghese, let me check the spelling. Portoghese is Portuguese. Il cinese, Chinese. Il giapponese, Japanese. Okay, so these are like few important languages, for Italian language. Okay. Now, if I say, like, if I want to ask a question, okay, these are commonly known as yes or no questions in Italian. So, for yes, we use the word, so I have to check, okay, sì and no. Sì is yes and no is no. And if you want to say not, so for that you use non. Okay. So if I want to say non plus verb, so I will ask you, do you speak Italian? So let us say the lei for lei conjugation. So lei conjugation would be parla. Parla Italiano. Or sometimes actually they add the article parla l'italiano. However, most of the time the articles are omitted, okay? So if you know the Italian language, you would say sì, parlo, I speak Italiano. Okay, parlo, or you can also add the articles, it's up to you. Okay, parlo Italiano, and if you don't speak, so you can no parlo, non parlo Italiano. Okay, so for negation, negazioni, negation, we simply add no before the verb. Okay. So parla italiano, or parla italiano. This is the lei form, that is the polite form. Okay, and what would be the informal? Parli italiano. Okay, so you can either reply in English, in yes or no. Okay. Few more examples. If you want to emphasize, yeah, this would be our, for example, number 1. Okay. Number 2. Lui parla l'inglese. Okay, he speaks English. Loro, let's see, parlano, they speak, let us choose one language, Spanish and Russian. Okay, Spagnolo y russo. Okay. Yeah. So often article after parlare before the language is omitted. Okay, however, in your textbook actually they specified, okay, both the cases, so we have to stick. Okay, yeah, we have to stick to that. Okay, so yes, so this is our very first verb, parlare. Okay, and its uses when you want to talk about some language. Okay, so I think this much is enough in the sessions. If you had enjoyed the session, please care to hit the like button. In the upcoming lectures, we will do more conjugations of the verb parlare. Okay, more not parlare, more conjugations of the verbs such as there would be abitare, then there are the verbs like lavorare when we talk about the verb fare, and there would be an introduction to abitare verb, and there would be an introduction to the essere verb, that is ere verbs like essere and avere. Okay, so yes, we'll meet in the next episode. Till then, arrivederci.